Welcome back to Forgotten World Adventures, where a bunch of me and my nerdy friends get together and we play Dungeons and Dragons. The last time that we left off, guys, you cleared out the Fireforge at the cost of losing Credence and Schelia.
I don't think they think that's a cost.
I was about to say we only lost the red shirt.
With the red shirt.
We lost the red shirt, but then I realized we also technically lost the captain. So
It's okay, now the first officer gets to be captain. I mean, it's the natural order of things. It happens. That's why they have first officers.
The question is who is the
That's why I'm here.
We're gonna find out, right?
Rock, paper, scissors.
So
Not
Schelia has been taken from you. Amongst a lot of the group, it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal because they worry that she may have possibly been a traitor. Key is very unhappy. His buddy is gone. Let's see. The rest of you were able to. You got a little bit of some knowledge about some different things down here in the forge. You do you guys, while you've been down here, you do have a little bit of some more knowledge of the locations of the other forges.
Oh.
There are references and small, like, not highly detailed, but small detailed maps. Small, low detailed maps that kind of point to locations or talk of the possible locations of these other places. More than likely, it's just because these, at some point, used to be connected by what you can tell.
Weren't we already in the Tejongi city?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Did you guys make it all the way
We
to
ended
the
up-
Tejongi?
because we nearly lost the sword.
Yeah, I had
Yes.
to charm the
Right.
guard.
And that, oh yeah,
They
sorry.
were on their way to the
So,
king.
let me get there.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. You cleared out the Fireforge. You lost Schelia. You guys decided to make your way to the city.
Mm-hmm.
You took the blade that had been forged by Credence
Mm-hmm.
and decided to put a handle and like make it look like a grungy sword, and ended up with some problems
Yeah.
at the gate. You got a little bit of some work with your blacksmithing, helping him out to get that to happen. The sword is resisting a lot of your attempts to bond, to do anything with it so that you can kind of try to protect it. You may see some of those things. You may see some things with that. Just keep working with it, okay? But at the gate, you guys cast a spell and charmed him to let him through. Or to let you guys through.
like we all did it.
I know. So
You guys are about to get the sword confiscated,
yeah,
okay?
Ferial got you guys through the gate.
You keep using the word "you all."
You guys.
You're all one sort of amalgam of mediocrity to me, so I
No, so as a group, you did all make it through the gate. You are trying to make your way towards either the king
some of
or
us
to a
were
library.
Going to the king to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
We left Key with the sword.
Yeah, in the bag of
In
holding.
the bag of holding,
Yep.
and I'm heading to the library as well.
and I was with him.
Yep.
Me and Fariel were the ones in the library.
And I'm alone trying to find the cart.
You're low trying to find the cart.
Yeah, the cart that we left with those other two.
Yeah, I know. They took the horses and the cart.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to go look for them on your
Yeah.
own. The rest of you are going to the king. No one's going anywhere else.
I can't.
Oh, I know you can't. So, Schelia was taken by the assassins,
Mm-hmm.
the Agamoth, and woke up
Mm-hmm.
strapped to a table.
Mm-hmm.
All of her armors and things stripped from her, where she is just at this point very vulnerable. And from the shadows walks out a man that is familiar to her. He goes by the name of Eskar Vendel. You know this guy to be a bit of a zealot with his religion. He is not strictly beholden to Hagor, but he believes he does serve Hagor through his devotion to another creature. That creature specifically known as Cruel.
That name's not on the nose or anything.
Not at all.
You'd be surprised. He's actually a really nice guy. Like,
In his devotion, he is also a torture specialist.
Fun.
You know these things as he walks out of the shadows. You know what's probably coming.
Is it cake? I hope it's cake.
I hope it's cake.
Man, you really need to stop meeting people.
If it's
like
Jumanji
this.
and your weakness is cake.
I'm here to torture you.
I hate you! Alright. No.
We have
Okay,
ways of-
so we are going... We're going to pick up with Schelia first. So, out of the shadows he walks. You've been a busy little girl, haven't you?
Yeah.
We don't like little bees buzzing around where they shouldn't.
Did I enter into something I shouldn't have?
Everywhere you've gone since the day you left has been where you shouldn't have been, dear.
It's probably true. However, I think I have a way for this to benefit both of us.
Oh, really? I mean, you know, we have the Tejugi.
Yes, but he probably won't willingly work for you.
I don't believe he will. He's a
And-
member of the Hidden Flame. He wouldn't dare do a thing like that.
But we could possibly trick him.
You are about as foolish as your age defines you to be.
You're
He's
probably
old and wise. How do you believe that you would be able to trick him?
Well, it would require quite a bit of sacrifice on my side. Very little on yours. I've been traveling with these idiots for a while. There's a possible way that I could possibly earn their trust. Not you guys.
what other idiots could you possibly be talking about?
The current Tenjingi we have. Shush. There's a way we could earn their trust. It would require you letting us go.
You're foolish, but fine.
It would require some torturing. You probably would get to torture me to make it look believable. But
Gladly.
I'm sure you want that sword finished.
The blade that he's forging? No, I do not want it ever finished.
You don't want it finished and in your hands?
Not that one.
Which one?
We wish for him to make something for us that fits us and our sources of power.
We could probably possibly get that done.
The blade he has worked on, sadly, is warded, protected from anything we could do to it. So we need a new blade. We need more star mithril. And where do you believe you could procure something like that?
No, he procured that before.
So how do you believe that you're going to do this? How are you going to get this for us?
I ask it for my payment. He's supposed to be paying me for this job to get done.
And how much was he to pay you?
A large sum.
Not the equivalent of star mithril.
No, but maybe possibly saving his life could make an equivalent for that. And making his project go forward.
All right.
I mean, you guys have proven that you can track me no matter what, so obviously I can't get into too much trouble. Or betray you, for that matter.
Fine. What is your plan? Tell me in detail.
In detail. You'll do not kill me, or this forfeits all of it.
I never planned to kill you, dear. Not until we got exactly what we wanted from you.
It will require me to look like I've been tortured and have been able to succeed in escaping, which means that I will lose all my equipment you guys have taken from me already. Because in order for me to escape with him and to look like I escaped with him, I can't have that.
Fine.
So see,
Easily done.
loss on me, my part. You will let us escape. I'm sure you will find a way to be able to track me, no matter what. We'll get back to our group. We'll finish this process of this sword, and I will ask for that payment.
I will not allow that. I would rather kill you and every friend and loved one I knew than let that sword be finished. That sword could end the entire world.
Yes, it could. In the right hands. But if it was ours,
It's not for us to use.
I'm not saying necessarily use it, but it would be better in our hands where it would not be used than anyone others.
Fine. I will keep good track of you.
I figured.
Should you fail to produce said results, making sure the sword ends up in our hands, your soul is forfeit to crew.
Okay.
Good. Prepare yourself, dear, for something you've never felt before.
I figured this was going to be the painful part.
Okay. At that point, he proceeds to go about his business.
Yep.
It is not going to be a very, very pretty sight.
No. I'm sure I'm not going to feel very good.
No. As far as we're concerned, it will fade to black.
As you hear, the nails on the chalkboard.
Ouch.
Now, you guys. In the city. You only have, what, it's an hour that lasts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have probably about 50 minutes before you end up with someone reporting what happens.
All right, Bird, what are you looking for in the library?
Information to the closest way to the Underdark.
Right. I forgot. I'm sorry, guys. Then
Also, we're heading there, so what I have in the bag doesn't get to the king.
let's go quickly.
Okay.
That doesn't sound rhymey, and that doesn't sound British. That's all I'm gonna say.
I tried the British. I just couldn't get it.
He doesn't rhyme all the time. It's just when things are really intense.
It doesn't drive all the time.
Smooth.
Only when I need it. And I have some peanuts. Alright, so you're heading to the library.
Yeah, basically away from where they're going, because I have the sword.
Right. Okay.
The Royal Library in the castle, next to the throne room.
As far away as they would expect it to be.
But the closer you are to danger, the farther you are from harm.
Sometimes.
At least
Alright.
according to hobbits.
Yes. Yeah. So, roll me quickly an investigation. See if you can find the cart, or at least a place that might have the cart.
16.
16. All right. You are able to make your way down the streets. You find a few notable places, anyways. One of those being... Sorry, I just got to pull out my notes here for the names really fast. Because nobody's that perfect.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you find a place that says Werkstein, and another that says Kendrill's Vein. And then, like, in small, underneath that, you're able to see it says Fineries and Concoctions. And then, down the ways, quite a ways, You can see there it seems to be some stalls where other like small ponies and such are kept, along with these horses that are far too large for the normal caverns. You're like, oh, that's
there
us, and your sizable wagon.
Mhm.
You see one of those Taejungi that you talked to.
Mhm.
Looks like some money is exchanging hands, and one of the guys is now getting hold of the reins of your horses.
I will approach them right now
Okay.
and greet him and say, so do you still have our animals and our cart?
Oh! You lived!
Yes, all of us did.
You've been gone for over a week, lad. I
Yeah,
thought you
we
were
were
dead.
in the forge making stuff.
You found the forge?
Yes.
No.
It was pretty easy. It was a nice linear pathway. Like, there were no turnoffs.
But you survived.
Yeah, we got inside the forge. Credence forged stuff inside this forge.
I need to see it.
How much
The
fire can a
forge or
fire
what
forge
he made?
forge?
Aye, both.
Okay. Well, we also need our horse and wagon here.
That's done. Hold on.
Okay.
He like immediately goes to deal with that. He's like, there's a little bit of a fight that goes on between the two of them, and he eventually like shoves the money on the guy. He's like, leave it alone! I got bigger things to deal with. And he pushes him off and turns around. He's like, horses are yours. Show me the way.
Okay. We will go to the library. I don't know if I can find them there, but
Library. That's not where the forge is.
No. But we aren't going to head to the forge right now. It's a
Why
2
not?
days travel.
So I can be ready in 30 minutes.
I can give you directions to the forge.
No, that's stupid. I'll have you go with us.
Well, we need to.
Where's Credence?
Credence got abducted by some Yagamoth.
Oh,
Yes, we need to get him back before they try to get him to forge some stuff for them and maybe another forge.
there were Yagamoth down there.
Yeah.
And you're alive?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
We've lived through a lot.
I don't want to go down there. Maybe I need to go make that deal again.
There are
Those
horses.
are all horses and all wagons.
You're right. Sorry. You're right.
So, if you want, I can give you directions to the forge. There isn't anyone down there right now.
Fine. I'll take him in exchange for your horses. I would have
Okay.
charged you, but it wasn't that much.
Okay. Deal.
All right. You show me you give me the directions. I'll give you the horses. Get them all ready for you. Give me just a minute.
Okay.
So you get that ready for him.
I will draw a crude map for him. With my no proficiency in cartography.
Do you need help there, Bjorn?
No, we don't want him to find it.
Alright. If you pass the Starbucks, you went too far.
Alright, so
Which Starbucks? There's 5 of them on this street alone.
Key. Going to the library, yeah?
Mhm.
Alright, and you are looking for anything to do with the Underdark?
Anything to do with the Underdark or
How to get there?
how to get there or places that they might have taken Schelia.
Of course he's going to the library. He's looking for the bookworm.
Okay. So, you head into the library. You see this rather portly lady at the front desk of this place. She turns, she's like, "What in the world are you?"
Key. Forgive me. What my friend means to say is that we're looking for books on the. We're looking for books on the Underdark. We're
Why in the world do you want to know about that, dear?
research.
Research.
Mhm.
That's some odd searching, but there is information, of course.
Of course.
Well, I'll have one of the assistants lead you back. Just give me a minute here. She goes and she finds one of the people to send you back into the right section. in those types
While
of
we're
researches.
waiting, I'm rummaging through my bag, and I remember because I pull out a draft signet ring that I took off one of the assassins that attacked us at the shrine.
Uh-huh.
And I want to focus on the symbol in the house. See if they have anything on that.
Okay.
Because these are the people that have been attacking us. So if we find them, we'll find Schelia.
Okay. So you pull it out. Are you trying to show it to her? Is that what you're doing?
It's like the symbol is like, we want to know about the amulet, this as well.
That's a pretty ring. What's it to do with anything? You trying to pay me?
I would hope not.
I just
the
lean
public
over,
library.
just in my mind, just like, it's a signet ring. I want to find out more about the houses.
Well, access to the knowledge does cost you 10 copper.
I pull out.
I hand you the ring, and I just like, you ask her, and I'm
I'm
like
like,
2 silver.
Ooh!
We're looking.
Oh, thank you.
One for me, one because 1 silver's 10
Yeah,
copies.
yeah, I know.
One for me, one for
This is a ring we pulled off of someone who was not too pleasant towards us. We're hoping we can find out a little more about it.
Well, if it has to do with the Underdark, as you're saying, you might find something. There's always been travellers that leave records, and we have a substantial collection on those things. We live down here.
We appreciate it.
Hi. Alright, so you guys are taken back. Another far younger looking Tejungi. He's actually, the beard is just starting to grow on him. It's only about 6 inches long.
What is a 5-year-old doing? There you go for the same joke.
I love you guys.
Comedic geniuses.
So yeah, he's far younger and is leading you guys back. Heard you're looking for information on the Underdark.
Yes.
Oh, you planning on going and cutting some throats, eh?
Perhaps.
Yes.
Key.
Where did that come from?
Don't mind my pet chicken.
That's a mighty odd
Slowly
chicken.
pull out a dagger. Just
Your chicken doesn't look very happy.
He seldom is.
Ah, angry chicken.
put the dagger back.
Well, you're not wrong.
Be careful, you get all clucked up.
Pull out the dagger. just twirling it in my fingers.
Alright, well, he leads you back in there. He's like, back here, you'll find what you're looking for, I guess. Be careful, and if you live, you'll have to share some stories with me if you come back this way.
If we come back this way, I might be inclined to.
That sounds good. Well, enjoy your stay, as he makes his way off. You guys are able to go and dig in and look there for a little while. We will have you, we'll come back to you guys in just a little bit.
Okay.
Now, those of you who are going to the king,
Yep.
this is a little bit different experience here.
Yep.
So we have Fernando and Nero and Calum
Everybody
and
who's-
Mittens.
Yep.
Alright, the 4 of you head towards what you assume to be the king's place. Everything here is carved out of the mountain, obviously, and in here you can see extreme fortifications near the center of the town. Looks like just almost like a giant pillar in the middle of this carved out area, but it is full of like arrow loops, windows, places for the gates and such like that are built in. It's the only thing you can assume it's got to be like his place.
Mhm.
So as you go in, you're greeted by guards that are there, standing in extremely fine, well-worked armor and such. What's your business?
Oh, good. I'm glad you asked. So I pull out our contract that we have with Credence. Now, we do need to speak with your king. It is very important, and it has to do with possibly becoming in your debts, and specifically a fire forge becoming in your king's debts.
What did you just say?
Yes. So post haste would be great.
Fireforge.
Mm-hmm. What's Creden's last name? Because I forgot what it was.
Fireforge.
Was it Fireforge? I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah.
Out of character. Okay. Yes, which is why we need post haste. Post haste. And I will hand him the contract that specifically says this is made with Credence Fireforge.
You sound so smart right now. Post haste.
Wicked smart.
It's like silly water elf trying to act like he's so high and mighty.
No, I would just like this to be done as fast as possible.
As fast as it's gonna happen for you.
Please, it's quite urgent that we speak with the king.
So tranquilate, guys.
If there's any chance of us being allowed to meet with him, that would be much appreciated.
King just doesn't go meeting with anybody but you.
I understand.
You might have a chance here. We'll take a look.
Thank you.
Wait here. Stow your weapons.
I'll put my lance away.
Oh, not on your body. Over here. They'll take them from you. They'll be returned to you upon your exit.
I hand them my sword.
Don't worry about the empty thing. Don't care about scabbards.
Thank you.
I will start unloading, and I will unload everything besides my guns, and then see if they make any note of it.
Okay. Oh. Those are a might pretty sight.
Yes, they are.
Saw 3 of them leave this place a while back.
Oh. Did he happen to have a cap that looked like this, a jacket that looked like this, and may possibly have been a pirate?
No. I've got a friend that builds them.
Oh, very cool. I'd say taking them out and putting them on the pile of weapons.
I put the third.
I forgot you had
Okay,
that.
there you go.
It's the TSA. It's the Taejungi Security Association.
Oh man.
Sorry, guys.
It might take me a little while to disarm
Yeah,
myself.
you're just unloading your
It's
piles
like-
of weapons and everything.
2 short swords,
Yeah.
1 big sword, dirk, rapier, and don't forget the knife in the boot.
Your sword, the great sword, you can see everything via it. As they take the weapons back into another room, you can actually see that there's a man that is tied up in that room, chained and bound. He looks like he's been beat pretty badly. As they set everything down and come back.
What exactly does he look like? Is it just like your average Joe who would have maybe been thrown out the window in Emperor's New Groove or something if he had walked in on the king? Or...
Nope, he didn't throw off his groove. He has a hint of elven tinge to him. He mostly looks human. But he has a real graceful air despite his being beaten the crud out of. You're not sure what happened, obviously. But you can almost feel like this innate magic in him. Like from that eye, you can see it almost, right? There's something about him that's a little bit odd.
Fascinating. I will note that for later. And
one of the other men who sent the contract to go get looked at and made sure it's not fake.
Mm-hmm.
They come back and well, it looks like everything checks out. The king will see you in just a little while. You can make your way to wait for him. Open the gates!
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You're hoping the while's not that long. How long is the while? Alright, so gates open, you guys are brought in, and it is verging on that edge for you guys. It's right there.
To be fair, if he's gonna come back and report it to the king, funny story, we're already here. We've technically turned ourselves in at this point.
Yes, just without the sword.
Exactly.
That's the important part.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So, it's getting right about that time you would expect bad things to start happening as the door opens and a colorfully dressed, deep, thick, heavy robes. Tejugi comes out. He has like gold and silver entwined into his beard and down his hair and everywhere. Like his eyebrows are far too long for his face, and he stands out. King'll see you now. Make your way.
Thank you.
We piddly little elves all coming here to see us.
Yes.
You call him the milk.
Well, not you, ma'am. I'm sorry, I didn't mean you.
No disrespect to the cat people, but the elves. Ugh.
Well, she knows how to grow hair.
True story.
You don't know half the story.
I
I say
You and your
walking
squeaky
in.
bald head.
It's under a cap.
All right.
Which is twice as squeaky.
It's because of me.
All right. So, you guys make your way in. Ceiling's vaulted. You're talking 40, 50 feet in the air. Very well crafted. It's got tapestries hanging that depict a lot of the history of the family and of the building of this entire place. The far end of the throne, everything carved out of stone, obviously, is a beautiful thing. But the throne, you can see veins of gold and gems that have been left in and worked just in the exposed areas, just to show this thing off. Like, this is whatever they did. They found basically the heart of this place with the most valuable things and turned it into the throne. He sits at it.
The oaken stone.
There is no Arkenstone.
The chair is the Arkansas.
The chair is the Arken. Yeah.
Turns out this is the cornerstone of the entire town.
Straight totem balls.
I take one look at the place and go, caro. Expensive.
I kneel in front of him.
I heard that you've got a problem with your contract to a fire forge.
That
Or the
would,
hidden flame.
that would be correct, Your Majesty.
That's a problem for all of our people.
Oh, wait till you hear the full story.
Well,
Oh, he was kidnapped by Yagamoth.
by Yagamoth, you say, eh?
Yes.
Well, then he's dead.
He's tougher than he seems.
I've heard stories about Credence.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Your Majesty. He might also be more valuable alive than dead at this point.
Aye, maybe.
Plus, if he were dead, we would know.
I'm pretty sure our contract would be void at this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure something would happen to us if he died.
Yeah, the contract would be void. What that means.
Right.
Well, if he's not dead yet, that's good. But I don't have a pathway down into the Underdark that I know of. I do know someone who we could get a hold of to maybe help you. The travels will be a long ways. It's dangerous.
We're
Obviously, you seem willing to do that kind of work.
no strangers to danger, my majesty.
Your Majesty. Well,
Who would this person be, and how much would it cost us?
well, that remains to be seen.
Hmm.
I'd like to know first, with his contract,
Mm-hmm.
it says you are looking for the ancient primal fortress.
That is correct.
Have you succeeded?
We successfully found one.
You did.
Yes.
And where might the location of this be?
Well,
In-
seeing as we're
I assume it's nearby.
Yes, in this very mountain range.
Boyo. This mountain range is large.
Well, I would say this very mountain, but these tunnels are very confusing to me, and so I don't know if it might be the next one over.
How long have you traveled?
It's not that far.
I say exact amount of days we have traveled because I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, that many days.
Yeah.
It's just been a couple days.
Yeah, a couple days.
That's not far off.
Basically, look for the place where no one can go because no one ever comes back because they all die. That's where you're looking. I
Except
imagine
we
there's
came
multiple
back.
of those.
You show me the location, and I'll get you a person to help.
Deal.
My king, he's that wise. I imagine, from what I've heard from stories of this place, it was lost for a reason. It was lost because people got into wars over this place.
Aye. But if I don't want people digging around in there, I need to know where to keep it safe, where to protect.
Plus,
Well,
you
that is true. Would it be better to leave it be and have no one know?
Problem is, boyo, to make it that way, I'd have to kill you.
Fair. I don't plan on going back though. I don't even know where I am.
But there's a Tejunge who found it. I think he's gonna leave it alone. A hidden flame.
You
A
know,
fire forge, no less.
I feel like my compatriot has failed to say one of the most important things. And in character, Credence has specifically said multiple times that he is trying to bring this back to, like, the people.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to make this common knowledge again.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, sorry, back in character. I believe my compatriot has forgotten the most important thing about this, which is what Credence was trying to do. He was trying to unlock these for the rest of the world again. This wasn't us going and finding these for personal use. He was looking to bring these back to the world for whatever good and or bad could be used for. This was a gift to be shared,
So
not
we
a
will-
treasure to be held.
We will gladly show you where it is, but we request that you share the knowledge.
I'm not sure if Credence's choices were wise.
And that's up to you.
And Credence is no king.
Exactly. So the decision is up to you, but we ask that you consider.
I'll gladly consider it. Give me the location.
I will gladly show you.
You got a map.
I don't know who
Credence
took it.
had
Cartographer?
What status drawing a map?
Okay,
I was-
cartographer?
So I wasn't here last week to say anything, but have I been keeping a map?
So far you have told me that you've been keeping maps as you've
I
been
have
going.
been keeping
so
them as best
I would
I
assume
can.
that you would keep on there.
Even though I'm not there, we did have Credence's map.
You did have Credence's map, which doesn't show the location of the thing itself, but he had an idea of kind of where to follow and run around in the crazy byways throughout the mountains.
I
Which,
imagine the
incidentally-
king has a more accurate map of these tunnels specifically.
Yes.
incidentally, I imagine trying to map tunnels where it's a three-dimensional thing would be a pain in the
Super difficult.
butt.
Yes.
Nonetheless, I will then cautiously, because I do not. I don't like this very much. So, take it out, lay it out smooth. So this is the city here. So we came down through these tunnels. I don't know what they are, and I also have been having a hard time figuring out how to draw maps in 3 dimensions. But
Understood. I know what you're talking about. We've had our own problems making maps.
nonetheless, this is the route, and I tried to write down landmarks as best I could. So we came past. I don't actually know what we were passing. I imagine there were a few waterfalls and things that happened.
There was the waterfall that you guys passed.
And any other maybe interesting
Giant
stalagmites and
spiral
features which I
staircase
drew.
going down.
Other things, but eventually, yes. And at the end, we came to a waterfall, and nearby there is a spiral staircase that goes very, very, very far down, and at the bottom, or thereabouts, is the forge.
All right. He takes the paper from you. I'll update the map then. He goes over and turns around, walks to one of the ministers that you kind of see behind with him, and hands it to him. This guy is withered and old. He looks like he's somewhere like 800 years old.
Mid-30s.
And yeah, for you guys. Not Taejungi. And he's just like, hey, we can do this. Let's go. I think I understand what you wrote. Through whatever.
If you would like, Minister, sir, I can go with you in order to help with the mapping, or help at least explain my map, because I imagine you have your own system.
Ah, yes, we do. Come on, I'll show you. He leads you guys. He leads you. I don't know if you guys follow with or not. He probably. I don't know.
I would be waiting for whoever the king was going to supply us with.
Probably wise. So you guys stay with the king at this point. You go over with him when he.
Just leaving the throne room, or aside,
It's
like an annex?
it's off to the side. It's an annex.
Okay.
And inside here, you watch him. He places down a hand and then removes a necklace and puts a necklace down into this thing, and you watch what looked like a big stone monolith in this room immediately start to. It recesses, and you start seeing tunnels building.
So Black Panther tag.
Kind of, yeah.
With the sand, the
Um,
holograms.
But yeah, this what looked like a black obelisk type thing is clear. It changes to a very, very clear, translucent look.
And I was like,
And you see all of the stuff begin to build and just form all of the caves and everything. You can see where the waterfall is. You can see like all of these things.
Staring intently at.
And you watch him begin to work over this crystal that's placed into the device or whatever that they've built, this odd shrine or altar. As you watch the thing now forming and building and like curling down, and where you can see the fire forge has now been placed inside the midst of this entire map.
I have a separate map too, just of the forge.
Mm-hmm.
I have a separate map of the forge
You do have
that
a
I
map
took
of
earlier.
just the forge, which is cool.
And suddenly, over the top of that section on this new map says, new area unlocked.
You've
explored a new area.
No, but you do see it's been added in now. He's like, this has been lost to us for a very, very long time. We thank you. That's information we didn't have when we created this.
And then he puts
You're
a
welcome,
knife in your
senor.
back with that sinister look.
What sinister look are you talking about?
It's just Matt's old man face.
Well, if anyone has a grizzled look, I do. I'm missing an eye.
He looks about the same.
Popeye the Sailor Man. Toot toot.
So yeah, you see that he works that with you. You guys are out there. You and I forgot you also had your turtle with you.
Oh yeah, Shellington in the throne room.
Shellington is just there in the throne room. He's like,
This is my second in command.
second in command, yeah, right.
You act like
You
you're
know
in charge.
you know who runs this thing.
They would never believe you were captain.
I know, but you know, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, the king does eye the turtle for a minute, but he sends people to kind of inquire the whereabouts of the guy that he knows that would help.
Right.
You guys are there for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
While waiting.
TikTok.
Yeah, no.
It's funny, that last minute seems to last forever before that spell ends, and then the bad things happen.
No, it didn't last forever.
I know.
It's just taking time for everything to move as it needs to move.
So, Matt, just to be clear, I would have tried to leave by the time the hour ran out.
You tried to leave the town?
Like, wait outside. Once we got as much information as we could before.
There's only one way in or out.
Oh, there's only one way in or out. Never mind.
Well, I mean that you know of. There's other ways. There's other ways.
Oh
out
well,
of the
actually,
place.
if there's like one way in or out, then I'd even know where the rest of the party would be when they finally leave. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not actually one way in or out. I'm just saying, by what
Okay.
you know, there's one way in or out
okay.
until you've explored the city to know the other byway, like the other ways through, because
Okay.
it's a place with trade.
Yeah.
Right? There's gonna be some other tunnels that lead in or out. There's
I guess
probably
that's a
only
good
one
point.
main one that leads in or out. Other ones may be little sideways that are really guarded, but
You're right. Never mind. Instead of trying to leave the city, I would just be keeping an eye out for guards.
okay. So you're just trying to keep an eye out, but you're in the library.
Yes. Ooh. I know what I would do, but we'll finish the library first.
So, as things are
The cat got let in.
Cat
It's now
got let
just
in. Gotcha.
meowing, so we're gonna. You may have it pop out behind you. You never know.
I didn't make a sound.
Wait. Who let the cats out?
oh jeez.
Mitten's just like, they were calling to me.
All right, so
The cat's
we
out of the
you
bag.
guys are
we
sitting-
have a studio cat. And it's just,
yeah, we have the studio cat.
Cat's
So you
out of
guys are
bag.
there. The king, as you're waiting, there are guards that do
Mhm.
eventually come. You hear the. There's like a group of like 5 that are like, my king.
He's currently busy at the moment.
Aye, with you,
That is correct.
but that may not be all that important. What's going on?
We're bargaining.
We have need to report an incident. Oh, wait.
You look oddly familiar. Have we met before?
Oh, yeah!
What did I do?
He comes.
All you.
He just comes running at Caleb.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
I thought you were talking to me. I was like, what did I do?
I think you might have me mistaken for someone else.
I know who I'm talking to. Now, where's your little elfie boy that put that spell on me?
I have no idea what spell you're talking about. And if you're talking about Ferial, I have no idea where he went.
Oh,
To be fair, he's
we're
not.
gonna have words, him and I.
Yeah.
Words that begin with this.
That is the reaction that most people have to him.
Oh, I'm not a fan.
No one is.
Neither are we. He's not even a part of our group. You can check the contract and everything.
He just tagged along and we can't get rid
The
of him.
king's like, would you all settle down?
Order in the court of the king.
I'm sorry, my liege. These came in with a star mithril blade. Did they have it on them? Did they have it? Have you taken it from them? These sound more like questions I should be asking. But no, they came with no such blade. They left all their weapons at the gate, and nothing like that was reported. Everything mostly mundane, though an enchantment or two might be on things. Yours quite odd by what I heard.
Speaking of which, are you blind now?
He's blind in one eye.
Oh, right, he's got the other eye. Never mind.
Yeah.
Probably very disorienting. Seeing in 2 rooms right now.
Well, you get used to it.
So, your Fireforge was making a star mithril blade.
I do believe that is
Yes.
what a blacksmith would do in such a place.
Star mithril hasn't been forged in a very, very long time.
You are correct.
There's old stories I grew up hearing as a child about a key mastered into a blade made of star mithril. But outside of that, I don't really know of another. It's not like anyone runs across that kind of metal every day.
It's a great task that Credence has been undertaking, and he hired us to help him with it.
The fool, he should have hired Tejinki.
You know you're not wrong. But we're what he has.
And we've gotten him this far.
Aye. Trapped by Yagamoth. Possibly with his life in danger.
Temporarily.
To be fair, there were 7 of them, and they brought a red dragon.
Oh, dragon, boo. So scary. I've dealt with them enough. You can kind of tell that he seems like he's BSing a little, but...
Yeah, I figure. No roll needed, that's just what I thought was happening.
Go back about your business, we'll deal with these. I'll deal with them properly. Around that time, another man comes and speaks quietly to the king at his side. Sounds about right. With what you're doing, you have a nice right mess that's going on for you. Well, the man that you need is in quite a mucky mire right now.
My assumption is you're about to tell us we need to go somewhere dangerous to possibly save this individual.
Aye.
But
Good
once
guess.
again, it's kind of our specialty. It's all we really do.
Has anything happened with the dude in the other room? He's currently chained up.
No.
Okay.
When you've done enough jobs as I have done, you'll find that they kind of fall into categories. This is one of those categories.
This is the
And what do you do?
A lot of things, mostly transport.
I believe this would fall into the stupidly dangerous category.
Aye. That's about right. Just like him. Well, you're gonna have to go looking for him.
Any idea where he is?
Aye.
In the Underdark.
No, not in the Underdark.
In
What?
the upper lights.
No. He's found his way into the Blackwell.
Enough
Would
from
we
around
know
here.
what the
What's that?
Blackwell is?
No.
Okay.
It's an enormous maw that they say is full of great treasure, but anyone who's ever gone down never really comes back.
This is another category that I have seen many times.
Looks like he decided he was going to go looking. We had originally sent him on a mission. Some crazed half-elf came here. Nearly caused our entire city to be thrown apart into an uproar.
It's impressive for one man.
As I now am starting to think about the dude in the other room.
We had to put him... We had to hold on to him. Calm him down. After his story, we sent one of our best to go see what he was talking about. He is talking of horrors and ghosts and ghouls and all that. Killed a party that he'd been with. They were seeking out the treasure. He's the last person to come back. Raving mad, he was.
If I may ask, Senor, this wouldn't happen to be the same half-elf in the other room where he took all our swords?
What in the world are you?
So
Some sort of soothsayer?
I'm blind, Senor. I'm not deaf. I can hear chains and stuff.
You can hear chains and stuff.
He's got really good hearing.
You can hear that he's a half-elf?
I was waiting for that shoe to drop.
I'm sorry, I mean, I'm not there in the room, but I had to ask.
They have a certain smell. It smells awful.
Yeah.
Well, you would
Not
be.
wrong.
You'd be right. You got me a little worried now that you can see and hear things I don't want you to. But yeah, we've kept him here, nearby. We need to rough him up a little bit to calm him down.
That seems counterproductive, but fair enough.
We tried other ways first. according to the guard. Nothing fixed it but putting him out.
Obviously, though, pendejo, you've never met my mother.
He could lead you down to the. He could lead you down to that hellhole pit.
And another box has been checked.
Do that, you'll find the man that you need to get to where you need to go.
I feel like this might
Well
be an
then,
important
vámonos.
question. I feel like this might be an important question, and
Aye.
beg my forgiveness for asking an obvious question. What is this person's name that we're looking for?
That you're looking for.
Yeah, the one that we're going down is the place no one's ever come back
I
from.
know.
I realize that you,
Sorry.
I realize you probably were getting to that bit, but I would like possibly a name, maybe a description.
His name's Ragstal Bracem.
Should probably write that down.
Hey, Matt, I would like to take this opportunity before anything bad happens to me to cast disguise self on myself.
Okay.
So I look like a relatively nondescript Taejungi.
Okay. Relatively nondescript Taejungi.
I don't know, just like I
That
probably
works, that
yeah.
Sorry, Ragnall. Sorry.
Ragdoll.
Ragdoll the Red.
Ragstal Bracehelm.
Taejungi.
Taejungi, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll have the guards go and get the boy.
Mm.
He can lead you, if he's willing. And I'm guessing, with what we're gonna tell him, he'll be willing. Wait here. Okay, so you guys are waiting. Our guys in the library are digging around.
Meanwhile,
Give me a quick investigation.
Oh, dang. That was so close. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9.
9?
Yeah. It almost landed on 16, but then it just hit to 6.
May I do an investigation as well, since I'm also looking?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Should have just given you advantage.
Let's see what I... Where's my investigation? There it is. Yours is probably better than mine.
Sure, I got a +3.
But I got a 12.
12. With the short time that you know you have,
Mm-hmm.
digging through these books is really quite daunting.
Mm-hmm.
Just through the fast pages, the page flipping that you're doing, you're like, nothing here, nothing there. You hear a little bit of stuff on Yagamoth. You hear, like, you see some stuff about different adventures. Someone who, like, stories of people who've gone mad if they found their way into the Underdark, but never actually, like, how to get there.
Yeah.
Well, you
Because
see,
who
you take
would
a
want to go there?
Right, because no one wants to go there. It's a horrible thing.
So
you take
there's
a left
nothing
at
about
the Starbucks.
places that say like avoid this area or anything like that.
You don't find anything that says avoid the area. You do have a couple quick stories that reference malice.
Okay.
This is kind of more well known that that's a lot of stories that's where you hear about the Yagamoth, because that's like anciently where they were originally based, on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
As far as entrance into the Underdark via anywhere else, you don't find any information there. I was gonna think here. You, Key, while digging through some of this stuff, do catch a little thing that talks about the Yagamoth and various ones that have been like run into. That they're not someone who says that they basically all worship Hagor, but they kind of do it in their own way. Some of them by holding their loyalties to other gods of darkness. And like you catch that it says darkness and chaos, and it kind of strikes you for just a second. but you're like, this thing. You almost hear the voice of that eye creature that you saw in that city.
I might just reach back and just touch the tome. I now plus it's just like
It eats your
It
hand.
almost has a staticky feel, like that pins and needles. Like you touch
Do I
it,
find
and
any
it's a little worrisome.
symbols or anything that is related to that? Like
There is one symbol in here, and this is why it sticks out to you. Is you do see like a circle with a line cut through it that kind of looks like it could be representative of an eye.
I'm gonna. While he's looking at other books, I'm gonna quickly pull out my tome to an empty page and just draw that symbol in the tome.
Okay.
And just tuck it away.
Okay.
Using the mimicry so I can copy it exact.
I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Yay! Wisdom save, that's 19.
Okay, cool.
The plus 0, so
You don't-
that's 19 out of
Other than the little weird tingles that you felt, nothing seems to be odd, but that's just what kind of has been there.
Thou shalt not put any other eldritch horrors before the one you're already contracted with.
So yeah, just do that quick thing, put it away, and then I'll just keep rummaging.
Okay. That younger Taejungi comes by you guys. He's like, "So, have you found anything?"
Also, where'd the dwarf come from?
Where'd your friend go?
This guy's
What? Oh, yeah.
What?
So he comes over to you.
Yeah, just
Have you
books.
found anything? Oh, where'd your friend go?
Just point.
What?
Wow.
I don't. What are you talking about over there?
That's not your friend. It.
I don't know. I haven't seen anyone else.
You don't sound like a Taejungi.
I was about to say.
And you've got half an inch of stubble on your face. What does that make you?
Oh, really now?
That's fighting
Closing the
words.
book and walking away.
There's fighting words!
You immediately hear, like, it's a long ways down, but you hear this.
I'm just packing up books and walking away.
You want to keep that up, and I'll find you outside this bit, and we'll have ones.
So is it, instead of calling
Roll for
people a
initiative.
half pint, you just call people a half beard, and that's how you insult Taejungi?
Not a
A
Taejungi.
bald chin.
Not a Taejungi. And I just sort of puff off.
Baby
That was well
face.
done. Okay. He then walks his way back over to Key if he can find him.
I'm just trying to put the books away where I got them.
Okay.
Just like, just trying to quickly get out of here.
He comes back over. He's like, "I only came over to tell you and your friend wherever in the world he went. That it sounds like there might be someone looking for you." And I figure, if what you're trying to do, you may have got in here the way you shouldn't have. Aye. So, make your way as quick as you can. I won't tell him I found you.
Books away. Some of them are probably in the wrong place. I'm just jamming them in the bookshelves.
Oh, heavens, let's go. You watch him pulling books back. I was like,
I think I got this one, especially since I can't reach the upper shelves.
stupid chicken.
Just turn around, dagger, just...
Alright, so you're trying to make.
emergency rations.
Food snack.
Oh,
Maybe,
man.
maybe stabbing everybody in the party.
At some point.
Well, it would make me happy.
Oh, man. Okay, so you.
So I'm just putting the books away and then I'm heading out.
Alright, so you're trying to escape now or go somewhere, stay hidden?
No, somewhat stealthy, but not like I'm running away. I'm just like trying to be the bird in the crowd.
Yeah, that's really great.
Just I'm shorter than most people here, probably at 4 feet.
These are
Nope.
That is average.
That is
You're
true.
pretty
I'd like
much
to
all
change
their
it.
height. You're this creepy furry. You're a improperly furry type thing. You're feathered instead of actually like bearded.
I'm in a
so-
library, right?
Yes.
Can I find I'm gonna do this because I haven't done it yet. Can I find a quiet place to change?
It's a pretty large library, so yeah, you probably could.
I'm going to put on my fine clothing and my disguise, and I'm going to be Doctor. I can't remember what I called him. I'm going to use my charlatan and become my other identity.
Okay.
Ow.
He has a plague doctor mask. He fakes his beak as a plague doctor.
I had to pull my Google Notes because it has all the.
You can't remember what he called his other
I
As
have it
long as
written
it's not
down. it's just
Facilier,
not-
we're good.
yeah.
That's kind of a genius way to hide, actually, as a
It's really
as a
cool.
bird person.
Dr. Thalion Schnee.
Dr. Stallion.
So I put on the plague doctor mask and the finer clothing. I put on these boots.
Please
And
tell me
kinda
instead of
awkwardly-
saying key, you say smee, smee.
So I do that, and I just put on finer clothing, probably some gloves, tie my hand, and I am now Dr. Thalion Schnee.
Oh man, it's gotta be so uncomfortable.
It is.
'Cause you've got a bat claw that I don't know.
The
how
boots
it's gonna
are kind
fit
of
in that
modified. They're a
boot.
bit bigger,
Yeah.
and just like there's
Oh.
padding in there, so I can walk
Yeah.
more properly.
Oh.
But I was like, do that, kind of give myself a bit of a hunch, a heavier breathing through the mask, and it's just like, and then I just walk my way out of the library.
And at this point, we will never find those two again.
Oh, crap. Nathan, the stream is frozen.
Now was it frozen?
Oh, I don't think
Twitch or Mixer?
Twitch.
I just looked down and noticed that Schelia was still missing from her chair. And no one was moving.
Oh no!
Sad.
How much
Cameras
did
are
we
moving
miss?
now.
I hope we didn't miss the Taejungi thing.
On Twitch?
Yeah.
Refresh your stream.
It could be you that's got the problem.
Because
Yeah.
on my side, everything is hunky-dory.
Yay!
Oh, good.
Chat, how's it going? Is everything good?
We didn't have a technical glitch where anything stopped up on us, yeah?
No, I'm looking at it right now. It's fine.
Cool.
Wait, still
We're
moving.
good. Sorry,
Alright.
guys.
Yeah, so I do that. I make sure I pull. Now that I have the bag of holding, everything's gone in there already for
Okay.
mine. So I pull out the important documents.
Just
I
really
have.
quickly, make me a stealth. See how you can do to try and get out of here, because you still have a plague doctor mask on your face, basically.
Stealth. It's a 13.
13. That's about what I expected.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm looking for. I'm sort of waiting outside, waiting for. Key
Yeah.
to
You
come
don't
in.
have to worry. You're a freaking dwarf, so.
But
You're
I have
Taejungi, so.
Kind of have a small, like, little briefcase-ish thing full of important documents and all the
So as
things
you-
I need.
As you make your way up to the front to get out, that's where the guards are. Like, what in the world's going on here? I don't know, sir. He never entered. Where did you come from, sir? I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to stop and talk to you. We don't let just anyone out of here right now. We're looking for somebody, and you're a little suspicious.
We're just nods.
Could you please remove the mask and talk to us?
No,
Pull out a document and hand it to them.
All right.
It says that I'm from the I can't remember what the School of Healing Hands or whatever you
Mhm.
called it,
Yeah.
and it's just like the study of plagues and all that.
Well, there's nothing going on around here at this time. Could you please remove your mask so we can talk? What, is there a problem? Have you been scarred or something like that? Roll me a quick.
And then I'm
you're gonna have
gonna-
to roll me some sort of a
I'm
deception.
going to connect minds, but I'm going to also breathe heavily through the mask and just so it looks like I'm talking,
Okay.
and just
You're
say,
gonna have to roll me some sort of
Yeah, I'm gonna
performance or
roll-
deception
probably
or something.
deception.
Yeah.
but I'm just going to say, studying plagues can be harmful to the body. Deception. That's not good. It's a 7.
That's okay. It's enough for him because apparently I can't roll Jackie.
Yes! Oh, I thought I was gonna have to figure something out there.
Now, what about the other 4 or 5 people in the room who hear a guard go, okay, and go, he didn't say anything.
You're right. But it could be he comes up to you to like listen as
and I
that happens.
probably lean in, and it's like a harsh whisper. It's like stony wax. It does a lot to the body.
Well, I can understand. When I was a boy, there was quite a nasty disease that came through, scarred my uncle forever. Fine, you go on. You're not a bird anyway. Think or not, and he just kind of smacks the bill a little bit. He's like,
Just put it back and organize. Just kind of hobble away.
he goes back to talking to the librarian.
Can't believe that worked.
Okay, I can't believe it worked either. It should not have. All right, so you make your way out, and you catch up to him.
I'm like, Bird, give me the bag.
And just let's keep walking a bit further.
And I just blend into the crowd, and I try to walk not so like we're both going the same way, but we're
But not next to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, so you guys are making your way together-ish, doing your best to keep on eyes. Yes, on contact. Yeah, I know. At that point, the boy is brought back to the throne room. And we are going to take a short break, and we'll start back up there. Guys, grab a drink and take your break that you need. We will be back 5-10 minutes at max. Thank you for being here, whoever is with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you guys, and we will be right back shortly. welcome back to Forgotten World Adventures. We left off just as the prisoner, this younger lad, was being brought into the throne room of the king of this area, and to speak with you guys. Our library delvers were trying to keep themselves hidden, and Schelia had made her deal with her guy in order to try and figure things out.
I don't want to
save her
die.
So, you guys are at the and you had made your deal with the guy at the cart. You gave him a map, and you were
Crude map.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
I had not been keeping track.
Right. So yeah, that's where we kind of are all left off at this point. Into the throne room comes this kid who is now no longer bound. He's much more calm. And he comes.
So to be fair, for us, we see a very calm person walking into a room. Because I don't think we've seen him previously other than him.
Right. You see much more calm from what they've described.
Yeah.
Because they have described and said that he was like going nuts. So from what you have heard, the king. So, you settled down now. Ah, yes, sir. I am sorry. I am sorry, Your Majesty. I did not mean to cause such a problem. It's really happening. They are there. Whether they are or not, we don't just go screaming those kind of things around. You can have an entire city all brought to hell if you do. We had to calm you down, boy. I understand. And I also understand these people are supposed to help me. Better their throats than my guards.
And another box has been checked.
Plus, I've heard there's someone they need down there, so it all works out quite well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does.
Predictably. Or not predictably. Amazingly. That's the word. That was Josh, by the way. That was not Nero.
Predictably.
Yes. You still remember how to get there? Yes, I do, sir. I do, Your Majesty. Well, you take him.
I guess I walk up to him. I hold out my hand. Dude, anytime he looks at over here, I can't tell if he's looking at me or you. So I just assumed he looked at me.
Sorry, I would look at all three of you. It just happens to be the easiest look because there's at least two of the three of you there. So.
I'm there too.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, yes. I'm sorry, Elena.
It's okay.
You get left out.
Well, to be
Stay in the
fair,
back.
two of us have been more vocal.
I got
than
Mike
all three of us.
issues. All right. Yeah, so I'm looking at the majority of the people.
Yeah. I walk into him and just kind of give him a once over.
Well, do you have a name?
Yes, my name is Feindal.
Fun. Can you tell us about the place where we're going to be going?
It's very dangerous. It's quite dark, and I wasn't exactly a fan of going there, but they said they needed someone who had a touch of magic like me. That's all I could do to get away.
Touch of magic.
A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down.
What kind of magic can you do?
Well, not much, really, but a little bit here and there as he puts his hands up and you watch like these little vines and stuff kind of grow for just a moment and then wither and die. He's like, Mother said it just is in our blood.
She wasn't wrong. Oh, sorry.
Yes. I've learned how to move quickly.
How How many people were in your group?
There were 10 of us.
You were the only survivor?
Yes, but most of them were not very well trained. I feared that we would have something this bad happen.
Mm.
They were not prepared, nor was I, for what was to come. All the stories said things were far worse further down, but we merely got to the entrance, and there were all manner of things.
Like what?
Horrors, just twisted and disgusting horrors. Some things that I couldn't even touch, but you could see. They reached right into a man and ripped him apart.
So undead things.
More than likely, yes.
That's right up my alley.
It would appear so.
She says weird things and does weird things.
You know what?
The Tabaxi, highly respected. I don't know why you speak so poorly of her.
I just said she does weird things.
He's just that kind of person. Pay no heed.
It's fine.
I suppose if we are passing names, Nero Glaucus.
Yes, Nero. And you, I apologize.
Mittens.
That is very appropriate. Feindal, as I said. And you too?
I'm Caleb.
Caleb.
Yo soy Fernando.
Fernando.
Mhm.
Where do you hail from?
Iberia.
Ah, you are quite a ways off.
We wander
Yes,
quite a bit.
yes, your people I have heard. I have heard stories.
I guess at this point I kind of turn to the king, and I believe unless there's anything else, our business is concluded for now.
Get your feet moving.
Let's go.
It was, you know what? Yeah. All right, I'm leaving.
You worry me all. You all worry me.
We have that effect on people.
Don't worry,
Even me.
we'll be back. There's nothing to worry about.
We always come back.
No one's died yet.
Before you leave,
Except for this guy.
Yes.
He's dead once.
my suggestion to you is, should you get back a hold of that Star Mithril blade that so magically disappeared from you,
It is a wonder.
go stick it back in the fire forge and let it melt to death.
Can you kill an inanimate object?
Let it burn away.
I mean, if you got shot in the head, would you die?
Can you melt the Star Mithril blade after it has been forged?
I don't think you're there.
I will take it under advisement. My Majesty. Your Majesty.
I was wondering why you kept saying my.
My Majesty.
Because I am messing up.
Both of you said it, and I was like, when did you
I
swear fealty?
I did not say it.
I was pointing at him.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
believe I said
Because I am messing up.
You said
my
me
line.
once, or my.
It's okay, it's okay.
that. I just said Majesty, I think.
Yeah, he never said my.
Just him.
It's okay. I commented on it too.
I didn't even understand. It's like,
It's okay.
did I
I
say
think you said
something
my
wrong?
king before, but that's more
Oh, maybe.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, no worries. So, he gives you that. He's like, that'd be good.
All right.
Well, that was productive. Where are our weapons?
Well,
I
yeah.
say, looking at just one of the nearest guards.
You guys make your way back, and they do return to you all of the weapons that you had.
Fine.
All of them. One of them making comments over the beautiful guns.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
a single person has commented on the blue sword.
Do you have a blue sword?
Blue sword.
Yeah.
Which one?
His normal sword is a blue color.
Yeah. We talked about this
Oh,
a while ago.
yeah, too long ago. But it's it's a bound blade, right? Like you
Yeah.
can unsummon it. It doesn't always. It's not always. Is it always on your person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I can summon it, but I always keep it with me.
Gotcha. Yeah, they've seen things though. They probably think of it more like an elven blade. They may not think much of it actually.
I mean, you're in a city full of weaponsmiths.
That would-
They've
What?
seen a thing or two.
So
Yeah.
pretentious. This blue coloring does nothing for its
So
functionality.
I think
It makes it go faster, though.
Weaken the blade of
No, that's
cobalt.
red.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's blue.
Lucky.
Oh. Alright. Messing up Warhammer Lord's fine.
Oh, jeez. All right, so, yeah,
why
you
did I
get
think mine was weird then out of all of them? I know it is kind of weird, but why? Like, why did they notice that?
Yours has an eye in it.
It's crazy magic too.
you have a lot of magic in those blades. Like, they noticed your stuff. They noticed your stuff. They made comments on the fact that they seemed there was things to them.
Mhm.
Yours is odd because of the type of magic. Yeah, it's
So they
weird,
just ran a detect magic spell on it,
basically.
essentially.
Yeah, they check for things because someone brings in some sort of stupid weapon. Think of ones from previous campaigns with amethysts on them and such.
Hey, we had one on this campaign.
Yeah, you wouldn't want one of
Two,
those coming into
technically.
court.
Yeah, technically.
Anyways, so you guys make your way with Vindal.
You don't really negotiate much, do you?
Why would I?
That's a fair point.
You all seem quite the lot.
Oh, it gets
Gotta find the
stranger.
rest of our-
So, oh wait,
It
so,
gets stranger.
There's more of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes.
Now,
There's
where's
a
that blasted bird?
As Feindal is like tracking this odd masked thing walking by you.
I look what he's looking at.
Just the,
That's an
That
there-
might be him.
Has there been some disease here?
I hope not. I can help save people, maybe.
do I notice them?
Is it really that hard to miss the people that stand above
I would
everybody
assume
else?
you probably
Right,
do.
we're like
I'm
taller
gonna
than everybody.
Mind, awake mind to Pharaoh. I was like, I think I'm just passing the rest of our party.
Well, good. It's about time.
Should we undisguise and meet with them, or should we meet with them outside?
Let's wait until we get out of the city. And you look the most suspicious here.
I'm
Hand me the
gonna go-
bag so nobody checks it. I'll give it back. I don't want to be carrying the thing.
I slow down a bit and just hand him the bag of holding. And then
Okay.
I'll
How
quickly
about, would anyone want to check the bag belonging to the guy who does diseases? Just saying.
I mean, that's true, but he is also the one who looks most out of place.
a plague doctor.
So, you hand the bag to each, like you kind of like pass
Mhm.
by, like do your best.
You know, the axe will bump into each other. Oh, sorry, just hand it.
Yeah.
No one bumps into
You notice the party.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a quick perception check.
It's an 8.
8.
Yeah.
You do obviously notice that there's someone within that is not normally part of your party, but you're like, why did we pick up another one?
Yeah.
That's more of your worry.
How does this always happen?
Yeah.
We need to replace the one we lost.
So why do you feel like we
Do you know
picked up
how
another
easy it is to
person?
find red shirts?
Wow.
Who's that?
Wow.
No one likes
Horrible.
me.
Look, he's even better. He's not a full elf. He's only a half elf.
We have enough
Star
of
Wars.
we have enough full elves.
All right.
I'd be driving the
Didn't
cart
basically
towards the
really
gate.
do that.
Okay.
Or just asking the horses to
Well,
walk
I think that's
that
how
way.
we want
We may
to
have found
carry
him
that.
pretty easily.
Absolutely. So you guys are making your way towards the gate. You see him. If you're looking for your other party members, which you probably are, I
Yeah.
need you guys make me a perception check at advantage with all of you looking. So just one of you make 2 rolls, or 2 of you make 1 roll each and take the highest.
I have a +3.
I have a +3.
I got +6.
Just someone
So,
choose.
Mittens.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay, well, Mittens.
What do your cat and I see?
Yeah.
Mittens is like, when Feindal is like, is there a plague here? She's like, She knows that Beak is not
I
just to play
smell
Dr.
Yeah, I probably
Beak.
smell
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
the chicken.
You're like,
Another chicken.
you can tell that, and when you watch them bump each other, you're like, okay.
I don't know.
Sounds like
I
a
don't.
washing machine.
Whoa,
blender.
sorry guys, we had something just crazy go on above our heads.
It's probably the blender.
Yeah, that's what it
Probably
sounds like.
true.
Wow, sorry guys, that was just a bit.
So making a
Loud.
smoothie.
The kitchen is like right above us.
Yeah, it's just
so-
above us.
You probably can't
So
hear it.
you notice that. You obviously everyone notices the cart coming back. Yeah. So you
Taxi!
keep track of them as they're kind of following. You're like,
Right.
yeah, let them just think they're following.
I'm actually surprised that that was still findable.
Yeah.
It almost wasn't.
Yeah.
Except I found it.
Found it.
Great.
Now hopefully you find
So, you guys get to the gate. I need to find a forge real fast.
For what?
Stock. I'm gonna try finding like a blacksmith or something.
Oh, okay. That's not a hard thing to do.
No,
There's
not really.
You-
probably
like 21
one on every
already.
corner here.
Great. I'm gonna walk in. Does anyone greet me?
You walk in. You can hear just the banging in the background.
Sorry, I just imagine instead of like a desk bell, they have just a mallet with like one of those like yeah.
Ding! Little anvil.
That would be really funny.
I think they need like a full-on gong. You know? Like,
No, but you can see the this red-haired Tejungi working in the back. He's only got the forge apron on,
Right.
and he's just working over some sort of metal. It doesn't look like it's anything fancy at this point. He's probably just doing some really like normal day-to-day job type stuff.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
I'm here to spend coin if possible.
Oh, I like coins being spent. Hold on! He looks at it. You watch him give it a few more smacks and then quench this shoe, like horseshoe or whatever, and sets it down. I'll be right in.
Understood.
He works his way over, kind of wipes off some of the soot and everything on him. You can actually see the face, at least around his eyes, where he's like cleaned off. Everywhere else is very dark. You can see how it's like it almost does kind of like a tapering of color down into the red beard where he's been working. What is it that you want to spend coin on?
I'm going to take out one of my normal shots, and I'm going to place it on the table. Would you be able to make more of those?
Little metal ball? Yes.
Wonderful. How long would it take, and how much would it cost me?
Not too long.
What's your definition of not too long?
Give me day. No problem.
Day. We're probably. I'm trying to think what our likelihood of coming back to the city is.
I would say fairly low.
I would say fairly high. But that's just me.
How many you want?
How much would you charge for about 20 of them?
20? No big deal. I can make for like 3 gold.
Okay. I'm gonna set down 3 golds, and I'm gonna say, so I'm probably gonna be out of the city for a while. Would there be another surcharge for holding on to this until I get back?
No. You come within week, we call it good. Otherwise, I sell on as ball bearings.
Would another gold convince you to hold it for 2 weeks?
Da.
Alright, so 4 gold it is.
Brewski.
I couldn't really tell if that was yeah or nah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Alright, I hand him 4 gold pieces, and yeah, hopefully at the very latest, I see you in 2 weeks.
I hope so. What are you going to do that's keeping you so far away so long?
Death-defying missions.
Mm.
Probably go die again. We'll see what happens.
Well, don't die.
It's already happened once.
Okay.
I say walking out.
Crazy.
He got better.
He goes back to his work. So yeah, you do that. You guys are back together. Are we going out of disguise before you go through the gate?
No.
Great. How are you going to get out of the gate?
Walk through it?
Yeah, that's. So you guys go to the gate. The guards, they know that you've kind of been said that you'll be handled. But they do ask, like, where's the other two?
Honestly,
You had a bird and an Eladrin with you.
Honestly, only the bird is actually with us, and he has a tendency to get lost. As far as
I'm not with you guys.
No, you are. We're the
No,
guard.
I'm with you guys physically, but I'm not part of the contract.
No, you're not.
but we like you.
Well,
Wow.
we don't have a reason to
No
dislike-
punches pulled here!
I mean, for all we know, the bird is someone's dinner already.
He would have made crispy critters very good. I'd have liked that.
We don't know where the chicken is.
The plague
You got a
doctor with a
problem.
weird hunch starts pulling it down.
That's what I say.
You got a
loud
problem,
enough.
sir. Alright. What are you going out on?
Friday, Kingu.
Do I need to explain everything I do when I leave the city?
Aye.
Yes, that's why they're here.
You must know I've got some traveling to do. Personal business, you know.
Where are you going?
Oh, here and there, wherever the money's good.
Alright then. Well, be safe.
Thank you.
You going with this lot?
No, I'm meeting my people outside.
Oh, alright then. Yeah, just making polite conversation is all.
Of course.
So, if we find your others that were with you, we'll keep them for you.
Thank you. It would be good to know that they're safe.
To be fair, the bird's the only one we actually care about. The other one...
Yeah, the chicken. We want that chicken back.
And if it was cooked, we'd like it prepared so it'll last a long time.
One dagger for the cat. One dagger for the elf.
Wait. Sorry, which elf?
The elves.
Why would you share Schelia?
Click, click. Daggers for you all!
Just writing names on the daggers.
And don't worry. I know exactly how that chicken can be prepared.
2 daggers.
I wouldn't be surprised if you would.
Yeah.
Alright, well, go safely and I hope you don't return.
Specifically with the 11 separate herbs and spices.
Oh my god.
One
Alright,
dagger
so
for the...
you guys
I got a hit list now, right?
Yeah, you do. You guys make your way following Feindal.
After we get a ways away from the city, then I'll drop my
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, it's just guys
pull my
self-less.
disguise on my just...
an and I'm just like, it's amazing how vague go with is. Like, you'd think they'd ask better questions.
How many plagues did you find?
Wait, what did you do?
I'm just pointing at that one.
Oh,
Back.
well,
Welcome to the other... welcome. Here are our other 2 party members.
apparently so. Well,
Okay.
Okay.
Ariel, tug tug.
Alright.
Did we pick up another one? And I hand you the bag.
Just start shoving the costume in there.
Hey, while you're in there, where's the sword? Yes.
what is this sword that... The king even said something.
Great. I pull out my gun and point at a key. Give him the sword.
Bag on my waist. Back in my normal self.
Can I please pull the trigger?
I'm not stopping you.
So, sword?
He has to sleep eventually.
It's probably better that it stays in the bag anyway.
If this is something that's so dangerous as the king seems to have thought, wouldn't it be better to be hidden?
Yes, but not on him.
Why?
And
He seems to be very good at disguises and hiding.
Which is what I'm afraid of.
Oh.
sorry, I just wanted to make this more accurate. Here, there we go. Camera's not blocking. Not blocking.
Come now, we all know accuracy is not your strong suit with those.
Here, man.
You realize I have a second one, right?
I'd be more worried if you weren't aiming at me.
Pulling my daggers out of the bag, just 1 dagger, 2, 3,
Are you in a ledger?
5.
You seem to be missing.
That's...
I have a lot of questions for you.
It's a 23 perception?
19 on the dice.
Insight.
Insight? Ew, insight's better. Hold on a second. Oh, it's the same. 23 insight.
Okay. Yeah, you got a real strong inclination of what's going on here. And you're like,
What are you doing down here?
adventuring, I guess you could say. They needed me.
Well, I'm sorry, Dad. When someone left.
To be fair, he is a bard.
We can answer your questions later.
Okay. I just have so many questions. The legend have always fascinated me. Mother always spoke about them and says that's possibly where some of our family gets some of the things we have.
Perhaps. I'm assuming you have magic of some form.
Yes, I do. As he just kind of, you watch like the little viney things kind of grow and spurt and then just die away.
I look the kid up and down. I look Fairy up and down.
We have someone that can do that too.
Kind of. It's really off. I mean, we're talking. He's not half elf, right? He looks like he has elven features to him. It seems that they've stayed pretty strong in the DNA, but he's not a half. He seems like he's
family
probably
resemblance.
If it is there, it would be really far off. But
ears.
yeah, I mean, other than the fact that yes, he has slightly pointed ears and he has sharper, more
just in
attractive
Ariel's mind, like,
features.
Vines grow too.
could he be your descendant?
Oh, yeah, but
See?
No comment.
You should be like, oh yeah, I can do that too.
I'm just like, okay.
mine don't die after I stop concentrating on them, like the flowers.
So, is there a resemblance to Fariel that could be within like a few generations?
Oh my god.
Yeah, we were talking somewhere in the range of like 4 to 5 generations, 6 generations, depending on.
Well, I've already asked.
How old are you currently? 1500.
500.
You're 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're looking probably more like 8 generations.
So there's not really much of a resemblance at all.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not massive closeness, but I mean, even 8 generations down, you can still see some traits. And so, I mean,
But
as
I've
far
asked.
as that goes, he just
Could he be your descendant?
no comment. He said
No comment. Okay.
It's like if did you do the thing that she said?
Oh yeah. I would pull out one of the seeds I have remaining of the. I have it listed.
Moonflower.
Moon.
Snowdrop.
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 That's
That's
it.
it.
Yeah, I just.
I
pulled
remember
it. Yeah,
it being these
I
guys.
grow a snowdrop out of a seed.
Okay, so you grow the snowdrop. Oh, that's beautiful. That's awesome. I love it. Can you do this? You watch him. He disappears for a moment and reappears, and like when he does, like a little flame just kind of comes out around the edges of him.
All Eladrin can do that. Don't look at me.
I will use the Froborg hidden step to disappear.
Run up in each other now. Anything you can do, I do better.
Walk next to him and conjure flame in my hand. So, not exactly.
You do a pirouette, like, a little twirl.
Meanwhile,
You do it. He's like, That's good. That's good. Kind of the same.
So,
Meanwhile, we have
I
Mexican
mean,
standoff with the
Normally,
cute
I'm
like
not
Mexicans.
a pro here.
Huh?
Meanwhile, we have Mexican standoff with the
Are you
cute
still,
black
are you
Mexicans.
still
I'm still
pointing
pointing,
gun?
like-
Oh, jeez.
He's ignoring him.
would you hand me one of those? I think I might be able to hit him better.
Are you sure that you really want to shoot him?
I
We have a
mean,
long way to go,
I
and you
say
shoot
just
people,
let
it's
him
not going to be
hold
a
on
real
to the
problem.
darn sword.
No.
Are you sure you really have to hold on to the sword that bad?
Would you give me the sword if I gave you back the dagger I took after you stabbed me in the back with it?
I feel like Key at this
Sword
point
is
is
a
like,
big
it's a
dagger.
game now. If he shoots me, I win.
And to be honest, the sword is in safer hands here.
They're in your hands. That's not safer.
I think we should just get moving.
Yep,
Yeah, I
let's go.
agree.
Go on, I hop on the cart.
So I understand that you have magic, but what is it that you're supposed to be helping us with?
Well, I'm just
Where are we
I'm
going?
leading you to the place I came from.
We'll explain on the way.
Right. So you guys explain on the way.
Yeah.
Quickly, I'm just checking our time. Not bad.
So, the way we will be going will be they'll tell me directions and I'll ask the horses to go that way.
Right. So he explains the situation, and you guys are making your way towards this. Yes.
Has he made a comment about Shellington yet?
He hasn't. He seems to have been pretty accepting of the whole situation.
Alright.
Given that there's also cats and birds walking amongst you, so it seems like you have a walking zoo anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, yeah, I am.
Yeah. And Furbolg. Luckily, he doesn't smell as bad as he used to.
I think he specifically meant because he's a druid and can turn into animals.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
turn. He is the zoo.
Yes.
You are a zoo. All right, so, back to you.
I've lost all my items and now I hurt.
It hurts an understatement.
So, the blade cuts across just around your clavicle. He's just, yeah.
Ow.
This room, I don't know if it'll ever stop smelling like your blood.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
Nope. When did you get here?
Sorry.
I just want to make things up while you're doing your
So you're making me interrupt my thing to get you the book?
I don't know if it'll ever stop smelling like your blood. It's a wonderful thing. You don't know how long I've wanted to take a blade to. Shut up!
You're not
Go in the other room.
Time out.
I usually am like pretty bad about that. I don't get why that was funny.
Go in the other room. Time out for you. Not trying to be creepy here. Just having to play a stupid character that is what he is.
What he is. He's creepy.
He's
Got
a
it.
zealot and a torturer. What do you expect?
Yes.
Okay, I'm okay now. I'm sorry, guys.
Sure you are.
I thought you were still in timeout.
As composed as possible, because I'm sure I'm in a lot of pain.
Make me a constitution save right now to see how well you are composed.
Oh, this is gonna suck. That's a 3.
You are not very well composed.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You're just like, just shaking in pain. You are fighting as best you can. Tears are there despite whatever. It just hurts so bad. Yeah. How are you doing, yeah?
Obviously not well. Are you done yet?
I could spend months doing this before I ever let you go. But this should work well enough.
Awesome.
I will let you I'll let you have some time to compose yourself, and then I shall let you go. I shall set things in motion. And when I return, be prepared. Every inch of you will hurt.
I have no doubt.
You have like 2 hit points right now.
Sweet! I'll change that. And I better not run into any trouble after this. Or I'm dead. Oh, dang.
What are you guys laughing about? I don't
You need a second
know.
timeout. So he goes. You get yourself composed. When he returns, he has this look on his face that's really odd, and he's like, just to sell things a little bit better. You watch him just take the blade and cut down his own arm, and just keeps going. Like he just keeps going. It's bad. And then after he
Like
like
crazy.
Yeah, you watch him. He stabs himself, and he's just like. And he like rubs blood on your face, and then he ends up like cutting your stuff free. As he falls over, he's like, "I'm going to your job."
You might want to take the knife.
I
Blood
probably,
poisoning.
if I could possibly take the knife, I will.
You're gonna take the knife?
I'm gonna try.
Go ahead. He pulls it out and just hands it to you.
Well,
I got a knife now.
assumedly, if you were gonna make it look like you attacked him,
Yeah,
you would
I
have the
probably
weapon
would
you
have the
attacked
weapon
him
that I
with.
attacked
it would
him
make
with.
sense.
It makes sense.
Except for now he's bleeding out because there's nothing stopping the blood from gushing out
Exactly.
of the hole in his
But
stomach.
now I'm not
But you're not.
weaponless.
Yeah.
So I have a dagger.
So as you're running out of the room, you can just hear this. Cruel, cruel! I've done what you wish. As you're leaving, so down the halls, another man, one of the guards there meets you, and he is shaken just by the sight and sounds of what's been going on. It's like, I don't understand why we're following the idea of a traitor.
It happens a lot.
I was told to lead you, and I will.
Thank you.
After that, it's up to you to survive, because they
figured.
will have to fight you.
Yep.
So he takes you, leads you down into all sorts of winding hallways and everywhere that you can go. He then hands you a paper. This is how you can get out. It will lead you. You betray us. You know the cost.
I do very well.
Good. Go. Okay. So you make your way. Before you can see guards that are now like calling as someone sees you, yelling about an escaped prisoner. You can see them starting to assemble down here. It does not look like a good sight, because you know they're going to fight you, and you're not doing okay.
No.
The time that you spent in there, I will give you, like, I should have said that you could have if you wished to use any of your hit dice to heal. You can do so.
Yeah, probably. I don't do that very.
Yeah, so you have
'They're
1d8.
you have
D8s.
as many as your level.
So you have
So
5
five.
D8s.
So I will probably use.
Use as many as you need. You get half your level of hit dice back every long rest. So
Yeah.
I just realized that DeVito never used second
and then
winds.
you also add your Constitution modifier, which doesn't matter because it's a 0.
Yay! I got 10 points. Yay!
You still have 2 more hit dice you can use.
10
I
points
know.
for Gryffindor.
I'm saving those just in
She's a
case.
Slytherin, man.
Yeah, you use those on short rests. It would be 12.
Huh?
Because you're adding it to your current hit points.
Yes, you have, yeah.
Yeah, but I
12
got
hit
8,
points.
Oh, I thought you
which
got
is
10.
10.
I thought,
Oh.
I saw 10 on our calculator. I thought, oh.
Yeah, I saw that
so,
too.
yeah, so 10. Yeah.
Cool.
I
You
can
got
do
10 hit
math
points.
with a calculator, guys.
All right.
I'm going to try to be as stealthy as possible, though, too.
Okay.
If that's possible. And
At this point,
No.
it's not super possible. Just checking time.
It's currently
was hoping to
almost 10.
It is really close to 10.
we did start late.
I know we did.
Unless you want to.
We started at about 8, so
Yeah.
we've only done about a 2-hour stream currently. I will put it out to you guys. How are you sitting? How are you feeling?
I can go to 11.
I'm starting to
It's
flag a
summer.
little
Yeah,
bit.
me
Kids
too.
don't have school, so
I know you don't need to worry so much.
not
I don't need to worry.
anymore as much.
Works
You're
a
starting
little
to
bit
feel
later.
tired.
I'm
though.
starting to feel a little
Yeah.
tired.
Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna set up the scenario and we'll get to stuff next week. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I know if anyone was like, "Oh, what? Here he comes."
Cliffhangers.
Yeah. You see them coming at you. You can see Credence in a far cell. But you've got a lot of things between you. You guys. It is some time going into this place. It's a day and a half travel.
We have a rest in there.
I would assume you probably have some sort of a rest.
Do we
Does
have
he
4 hours to
sleep here?
trance?
Not a long rest. Well, no, yeah. With a day and a half, you'd have a long rest. Yeah.
So
Sorry, guys.
I mean, we'd have to rest the horses.
You have to rest all of you. Like, you'd have to rest.
Well, Key is sleeping. I would like to try and sneak the sword out with Mage Hand.
Can Mage Hand reach into a
They
bowl of
can
water?
open containers and use those open containers and grab objects as long as they weigh less than 10 pounds.
Except the person who uses a bag has to actually you have to think what you're grabbing out of the bag, and a hand can't do that.
Okay. So I guess I'll just try and do it myself.
Okay, so you're going to have to roll me sleight of hand and stealth, and he is going to roll his. Well, you're not going to because you have passive while you're sleeping.
Yeah, it's
Your passive perception is
is
12.
13 now.
13 now because it's gone up.
Because the proficiency's gone up. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with stealth, which is 13.
Jack dying.
Yeah, somehow. And that will be a 21 for like 19 plus 3, so 22.
Jeez!
For sleight of hand.
Okay. Super quietly, he moves over. Well, not super quietly, but as quietly as needed. Sneaks over and very deftly reaches into the bag, sliding silently the blade out of the bag.
Yoink.
Yeah. You now have the sword on you. I don't know why you think that's a smart choice, but okay.
You got nowhere to hide it, too.
Yeah, you got nowhere to hide it.
Just a scabbard.
Huh?
Crude scabbard.
Yeah, in its crude scabbard and...
To be fair, it's crude enough. It probably makes a lot of noise while trying to get it out.
Well, no, like, altogether, if he held it with what he did fine. Enough anyways. So, he's got the blade with him, and, yeah, the rest of the night goes through.
Man, I want... Was Nero awake for this? Because assumedly...
You would be aware,
Oh, yeah.
Trance.
and so would you.
I would like to come out of trance long enough to look at him.
If they're aware, and you didn't want to throw him, like, you didn't want to wake anyone up to do it.
No, literally, like, if I am aware, I
Are
would
you
like...
aware and wanting to stop that?
No. I'm just
Okay.
going to write it down.
Okay, that makes sense.
Great, and freaking Nero.
And you're just like,
Yeah, no, I look at him, I'm just like... And go back to trancing.
all right, back to your stuff. Following morning,
I'm just sitting there.
sword
with
on
book-
his back.
I'm just sitting there with book in hand, waiting for like popcorn, basically.
Fiendal wakes up.
I'll just like, wake up, I can look at you.
To be fair, it's a bag of holding. You can't tell that there's weight missing.
No, he can't
No,
tell
I
it's
can't,
missing.
but I can tell that he has an extra
You
sword
can
on
see a
his
sword
back.
on his back.
It's quite a big sword.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
big thing, and I'm just sitting there, I just like, to Fariel in his mind, can I stab him?
It's your decision.
Where'd you get the new sword?
I'll let him hold on to the sword for a day or two.
Seriously?
Cross.
You really think that's a good idea?
But I don't think it's a good idea.
Sorry, cross conversations. There's 2 happening right now.
Yeah.
So that's
Sorry.
I left it with a friend for safekeeping, and I have it back now.
Who? Oh, this is gonna be fun.
yep.
Why?
Because I don't trust him at all.
Ooh.
But you gave it to him.
Okay,
Out
can
of
I
necessity.
say something?
Mm-hmm.
We're going somewhere that you guys are gonna have to trust each other. And I have to be able to trust you. Otherwise, I think that I should just leave now, and you should not go to this place.
You're probably right. You should leave now.
So-
I would love to.
Here's the thing. You could try leaving. Unfortunately, I have a contract that I need to fulfill. And I would very much appreciate it if you would lead us to where we need to go.
I know. I have my own reasons for wanting to go there, too.
Wonderful.
Can we not fight?
Families can't not fight. What do you expect us to do?
We're a family.
What?
All right.
What?
No, people who love and respect each other are at each other's throats. What do you expect a bunch of strangers put in this situation to do?
That makes more sense.
Yeah, it makes far more sense.
Just let's go.
Well, I'm sorry, I think deeper than I talk.
So he's just ready to go. He's fed up with this situation because he was annoyed at it the time before when you guys were going off at each
You're fed
other.
up with the situation. I mean,
I know. You just walk with me and we'll talk. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, you can join me on the driver's seat.
That sounds great. You watch him just
This
like
poor child is far too earnest.
you just watch him kick up and get onto the cart with the furbolg.
I'm just like, he's going to die.
The boy who lived come to die.
to be fair, he stayed alive from the last.
So
It's not
you guys
easy,
make your
though.
way, and it's another good portion of day that you guys are going here. You guys feel pretty tired by the end of your trek, and what you see is an open room that's been. It looks like it's been cleared. More than likely, this was not all handmade, but it looks like there has been stuff that's been cut away to make a place for it. You can see a small, small-ish building in this room. Other than that, though, outside the building, about 50 feet away from it, looks like the beginning of a virtually bottomless pit. If you guys go near it, it is
I'm gonna
pitch black.
pick up a pebble or a rock or something.
You hear absolutely no sound.
Hey, look, guys, it's
Back
very
away
also.
from the edge.
There's no light, there's no sound, it's hard to breathe when you're underground.
Hey, look, guys, it's very also.
I can divine the location of undead within 60 feet.
Okay. Well, if you guys followed over by Key, and you're trying to divine that, you can feel it in that smallish house, that smallish building. There seems to be a nice collection of undead within.
Way shut.
At that point, you would
I
probably
let everybody know.
letting everybody know. Everyone turns to see what's going on,
Daggers at the ready.
and I am going to hold the game there. We will start next week with everyone's dealings on their battles. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I know we started a little bit late because we had some technical issues with our streaming stuff. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Those who are watching, I hope you enjoyed as well. We love you guys. We are so thankful that we have you here watching. Please don't break things.
I didn't even touch them.
I know. I didn't mean that for real. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching. We love having you. Tell your friends. As we've said all the time, except last week, which I totally messed up. I apologize. We put these up about 1 week behind, so they go up on YouTube on Studio Nathan. If you guys want to watch them there, you can catch up with the stream if you're newer to us. If you'd like to introduce them, they're all there. Share them on Facebook. Share them with your friends on YouTube. Anywhere that you can. Follow Studio Nathan here. If you're on, if you have Mixer as well, he's also there. He streams a lot of other. Nathan, our guy who plays Key, he streams a lot of other gaming things and such there. He's also done drawing and such.
Yeah, I do a bit of
a lot of
creative
different
streams,
interests.
gaming streams, just whatever.
Yeah, he does a lot of great stuff. Go check him out. He's fantastic.
Just right here on the same channel.
Yeah, thank you to our Studio Nathan, who's really brought this to us. Thank you for you guys who keep us driven to keep doing this, because we want to be able to make a good thing of this. We want to make and create a good following. Share this wonderful hobby and the fun that we have here with as many people as we can. Do you guys have any announcements or anything that's going on? I think you won't be here next week, right? So we will be minus a mittens, which is really sad since we have undead.
Just make sure you get your stats.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get your stats and stuff so that they can have you. Anything else? Nope. If not, guys, thank you so much again. Always. And we hope you have a wonderful night. We will see you guys again next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.